And as Mariel mentioned, an EF1 tornado was confirmed in Gordon today. It swept through last night, sending 4 people to the hospital. Gordon is about 70 miles west of Fort Worth in Palo Pinto County. We have team coverage to bring you the newest information from the ground. Scoop Jefferson's been speaking with families whose homes have been destroyed. But we begin tonight with Chris Lawrence at the heart of the city, their schools. What have you seen today, Chris?
Just an incredible amount of damage, Izzy. You know, the school is canceled for the rest of the week. And when you see the damage, you'll understand why. All the athletic equipment, the tornado just picked it up and basically dumped it behind that building in the river behind it. And then if you take a look over here, you can see what was the weight room and the weight complex. That's been torn up. And right behind it, the bleachers were also ripped to shreds, and the field was heavily damaged as well. Look, this is a small community, maybe a couple hundred students in all. And earlier today, we got a closer look at the district's only school. Some of the newly remodeled classrooms sustained structural damage and flooding, as well as the auditorium where seniors are supposed to graduate 11 days from now. But here's the thing. I just spoke with the athletic director who told me they were watching our weather team track this storm. And in 2021, voters approved a bond authorizing money to renovate the school and build a new storm shelter. And 4 years later, those 2 decisions may have saved their lives.
And so as we followed the alerts and the National Weather Service alerts on the phone, we went to the school right over here, and there's a storm shelter there, and a lot of the community people came there. And that's exactly kind of when it hit and lifted the roof off the school and set it back down on top of it while we were in it. And then once the rain kind of stopped, we walked out and then obviously saw the damage.
Yeah, now the district asked everyone to stay off school grounds until the insurance company was able to come out. But I can tell you tonight, the adjuster has come and gone, and that process is now underway. Also want to get you up to speed on another district about 13 miles from here. Santo ISD also sustained damage from this storm, and they had to close for the day as well. Right now, we're working to get you an update on their plans for Tuesday morning. Back here in Gordon, I want to bring in my colleague, Scoop Jefferson. You know, you've spent the day speaking with families in some of the hardest hit neighborhoods. How are they doing right now?
Yeah, a lot of people are relieved that no one was seriously injured in the tornado today Sunday here in Gordon. What you see behind me is basically the aftermath of cleaning up. You can see many homes have trees that have been removed from their yard because everything was on the ground. A lot of family, friends, and even strangers coming here to help clean up. And many of the people here in Gordon survived this EF1 tornado because they had a weather warning. Gene Wright has lived in Gordon most of his life.
I've lived here pretty much for 60 years, and there's never been a tornado here that I'm aware of.
And Sunday's tornado turned his life upside down right after he used his cell phone to check weather conditions.
And I pulled up the radar, and there was just this big red blob right at the edge of town. I just hit the floor and went into the closet, and that is the only undamaged room in the whole house. There was a 35 by 20 shop here, a 4-car carport. It's almost a quarter-mile away, and it's just most of the house is destroyed. I just thank the good Lord.
The damage is widespread with debris scattered everywhere. You can see siding and roof materials tossed into tree lines, power lines hanging from utility poles, and the sound of chainsaws on every street. Many Gordon residents made it to the school, a designated safe shelter for severe weather. But classes are canceled because of damage. The tornado hit the athletic equipment building too, blowing away all of the team's baseball gear. But Coach Mike Reed says help is on the way.
The Texas Rangers Foundation reached out immediately, knowing that our baseball team is playing in the regional finals this week.
After surviving the only tornado in Gordon in decades.
It's just the grace of God. That's all it is to it.
Many families, like Gene Wright's, are counting their blessings.
Yeah, you know, there's a core idea running through several Bible passages that, yes, you trust in and rely on God, while at the same time being responsible in taking diligent action. And that is exactly what these folks did. 4 people were hospitalized, but they're all going to be okay. And tonight, crews have restored power to 60% of the town. You can count on WFAA to keep you up to date on the recovery here. I'm Chris Lawrence reporting live in Gordon. Izzy, back to you.
Yeah, Chris, that was incredible information about those new storm shelters approved by voters that could have very well saved lives last night. Thank you for that information. And the entire WFAA team is working overtime to get you the latest weather updates to keep you and your family safe. Remember, you can always go to WFAA Plus for the latest information. The app is free to download to your TV, and during severe weather, you can watch us on your phone app as well.